she's a wet one. You got some standing water in there?
A little bit. It's mostly gone though.
Morning, Tim.
Good morning, Scott.
How'd you sleep?
All right.
Pretty good. All
I
right.
feel like it rained a little bit, but you know.
Dude,
Moist.
it downpoured.
That was one of the scariest nights I've ever had camping.
Really?
Snored the entire time.
I mean, I was still able to sleep, but it woke me up a couple of times.
Little swimming pool I've added in the night. And as you can tell, my high water mark was right about here last night. So
Oh,
this
geez.
entire thing was floating. Other than where my bed was and then this side, but there was a river straight through the middle here.
Oh, God, that's miserable.
I mean, I was dry. But
Yeah. I was dry, too.
I was uneasy.
Hey everyone, welcome to day 3 on our 7-hour plane crash trail trip. So it downpoured on us last night. We're just getting camp packed up right now, putting away wet tents. Josh's tent, his teepee, probably had about 2 to 3 inches of water in the bottom of it. Tim and I stayed dry. Tim was in his hammock. I was in my rooftop tent. Yeah, so we stayed dry. We were good. But now the plan is we're going to finish packing up camp. We're going to be hitting the road. We're hoping to make it to Calumet tonight.
Hey, you know the reason I have so much water in mine because it was running off of yours and underneath my tent all night, like a river. My leaves floated.
You know, in my defense, I was parked here before you set that up there.
Oh, here we go again.
That is accurate.
And I pretty much, I guess, slept through it right through the storm.
Yeah, Tim was apparently scared last night, but he never stopped snoring.
You scaring away the bears.
Yeah.
I several times thought it was a bear, and all of them was Tim.
Gosh.
Typical Tim.
So yeah, it's day 3 here on the 7-hour plane crash trail. We just packed up camp. We are heading north right now. You know, if you guys are ever going to do this trail, make sure you have Onyx Off-Road. If we did not have that app, there's no way we'd be able to pull this off, just because this is not like a straight through trail. It kind of zigs and zags out of many different roads. So I would say so far 80% of it's been just you know, 2 tracks, gravel roads. 15% of it's been, you know, paved roads. And then there is a 5% kind of in the northern part of Wisconsin where it is really rutted out and lots of mud. You know, your standard 4-wheel drive, you know, a standard Jeep can make it through no problem. That area though, you know, I see Subarus going through this trail. I would think they would probably have a little bit of issue with that area, especially if it's rained recently, just because it's really rutted out, and I can see where the mud could get really bad through there. The only other thing that I really do want to do on this trip is, and we could hit it on the way back too, but the Bill Nichols Trail and doing those trestle bridges, I think that would be cool.
Might as well get gas.
So we just stopped into this little town that the trail runs through. It's called Mass City. A really small town. We're at half a tank of fuel, so they have a diesel station here, so we're just gonna fill up.
Radio check.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Oh, look at the old ruins off to your right here.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It does look like an old mining area.
You want to get out and check out any of these routes?
All right, so we found a portion of the trail that it looks like it's blocked off. So we're gonna backtrack a little bit and try to find a workaround. So we're going through the town of Jeffers right now. The part of the trail that kind of goes by this area, the trail is blocked off. I believe there's a washout up ahead. So we did go down there and see if it is accessible, but there's guys kind of down there right now fixing the washout. So we're just cutting through the town here, and then looks like we can probably meet up with the trail like further on down. So that's what we're doing now. All right, so it looks like this trail goes through the town of Houghton, which is where we are right now. A lot of this trail that's kind of further north seems to be on a lot of paved roads actually, which is kind of surprising. It's definitely a drive. And we're back on dirt.
Contact.
Potato Barn and Museum.
Keyword.
We are officially in the town of Calumet, which is very dilapidated and old. Yeah, very disappointing.
Reserve tickets at Open Skies Ranch for a tour. Or do you want to just establish something on a Copper Harbor tip and, whatever?
Yep, I think that's probably going to have to be the plan. So the Calumet Air Force Base Open Skies project seems to be a bust. We got here, we deviated from the 7-hour plane crash trail a couple miles, got here, big gates, big locks, cameras, no trespassing signs everywhere. So yeah, it looks like that's going to be a no-go, which is unfortunate too, because I'm an Air Force veteran. I think it would have been really cool to check that place out. So after leaving Calumet Air Force Station, we kept heading north up to the Copper Harbor area, staying alongside the 7-hour plane crash trail. Pretty much the entire trail from there to here, it's all paved road. We did branch off again. We're actually going to go into the town of Copper Harbor just to check that out, and then we'll get back on the trail and then, finish it off here in a little bit. Rough road, those are my favorite kind. Not a bad view. So on the map it just says South Overlook. I guess that's the name of it. Yeah. So we're heading down this trail that apparently has a rocket range at the end of it. Something to that effect.
How are they getting rockets back here?
Alright, so we're at the northern point of Copper Harbor area. We went on this other trail called High Rock, and apparently this is the trail that has the rocket range on the end of it.
Hey, these mud puddles remind me of my sleeping situation last night.
So yeah, this trail seems pretty fun. It is it's quite wet. Like I said, it downpoured rain last night, so I'm wondering if a lot of these you know, holes were, you know, dry before last night's rain. But they're not really all that deep. I mean, 6 inches to maybe a foot at the deepest. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Looks like it should veer left right here for the rocket range. So yep, this is the end of the rocket range trail.
So this is not what I was thinking at all.
I knew it was just gonna be a plaque with some remnants. That's,
So from NASA.
yeah. The state of Michigan established a rocket range on this site, which was used from 1964 through 1971. Michigan's first rocket to enter space was launched from this site on January 29th, 1971. In tribute to the historic work done in the field of rocketry, this memorial stone was placed in the summer of the year 2000 by... Oh, okay, and then NASA, is that PFRC? And then whatever that G logo is. Yeah, I guess it's that right here then. So we're going down this trail called North Point to Rocket Range, which you could tell it has not been traveled in quite some time. It's an extremely tight trail. I kind of scouted ahead in my Jeep. There's no way a full-size truck's gonna fit down here. So we did find a connecting trail. So Josh is taking the connecting trail, and hopefully it's not nearly as tight as what this one is. And then he's gonna meet back up with us at the northernmost point here in Copper Harbor. And hopefully it's a good camping spot. So far, this is definitely my favorite trail of this entire trip. It's the most technical, it's the most beautiful. I mean, this part of it, we're right along Lake Superior here, and just an awesome trail. Okay, I think this is the end of the road. Let's see what we got. Whole lot of nothing.
Not the epic camping site we were looking for.
No. But that one we saw along the way, that was worth it.
That's absolutely worth going back to.
Yeah. All right, so we found Josh. He got down the trail that we went down. We found an epic camping spot. We're gonna get everything set up and get some dinner going. All right, this will be camp for the night.
Campsite number 3.
Campsite number 3.
Guys, come check this out down by the water.
Can I get some comfort, please? I guess I should have been honest. It breaks in my heart. It's weighing me down, baby. I'm like a river that's overflowed.
What you making me, Tim? Macaroni
chili
cheese?
mac.
Chili mac?
So mac and cheese, which is chili. So chili mac.
All right.
We'll see how it turns out.
Sounds good. I'm starving. I hadn't ate all day. It's so cozy in here.
But I can see past the rain. Won't Won't you lay it on me? Turn the page and burn it. Let's make up a big bonfire on the beach with the stars as our lighter, and throw our problems in the flame. Throw our problems in the flame.
All right, so we're at the end of Copper Harbor here. Basically just finished up the 7-hour plane crash trail. We just wanted to sit down and kind of give our final thoughts on the trail system. So starts out in Crandon, Wisconsin. We got there a couple of days ago. That was probably one of the hardest parts of the trail. I mean, don't you guys agree? That north part of Wisconsin right there?
Yeah, day 2 for us, yeah.
Yep.
Dirt
starting
roads
off
and
was-
freeway after that.
Yeah, that first part was really, had that area that was really rutted out. Josh had to use 4-wheel drive in that area. I think I had to use 4-wheel drive in one of those holes too, actually. But after that, it kind of cleared right up. It was mostly just regular dirt roads. And then, would you guys agree, if you don't have Onyx or a similar app, don't even attempt this trail?
There are no signs.
It would
No
never
signs.
happen.
Yep.
You'd never find a
We
way.
got confused with the app. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, with the app. it
For
was
the
hard.
most part, if you have the app up and running,
And
it'll-
pre-downloaded maps because
Yep,
Yeah,
pre-downloaded.
no internet.
Yeah, because if you lose service, you need to have it, downloaded to your phone. But yeah, if you don't have Onyx or a similar app, don't even attempt it. So
Yeah.
I did feel too, once we got further north, up into even like the Calumet, Copper Harbor area, did you guys feel like a lot of the trail moved to mostly pavement?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, we were on pavement for a good hour or so before we even hit dirt again.
The
Well,
trail
after-
overall was not like a cohesive unit. It
No.
was on and off road and into trail, 2-track, dirt road, paved.
Yeah.
Well, after Houghton, did we ever get back on a trail?
Just
Until we got up to...
Copper Harbor
the
area.
Harbor?
snowmobile trail that rode right next to the paved road, which took
Yeah.
away from it a little bit too, I think.
Honestly, the most fun I had on this trail was today.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even technically the 7-hour plane crash trail. It was High Rock Trail and the trail to the launch site.
Yeah.
And then the trail to get out to this campsite here. They were the most technical. One of the trails that we took the Gladiator down, we ended up not taking the Ford down just because it was a really tight trail. There's spots that I had to, cut some trees back just a little bit because there's down trees in the lane or the trail. So Josh had to take an alternate route to get to this campsite just because his truck is so wide. Speaking of that, I think your truck did great. I mean, for a full-size truck, I mean, you did pretty much everything that my truck did.
A few spots where it felt really big. It did got us here.
Yeah,
It was big, but it handled great.
yeah.
I mean, going through any obstacles and...
And you're not stock, obviously. But you have
I
what?
mean, mostly it was a leveling kit and 34.5 inch tire. Been saying 35, and he won't let it go.
That I think
34 and a
matters.
half.
Is it? It's a 2-inch leveling kit.
Yeah,
Okay.
new shocks in the front and back.
Yeah. Did you ever have to use your rear locker?
I mean, I didn't have to use it.
Yeah.
I don't think I really ever needed 4-wheel drive. A couple times I used it just to be
Just to be cautious.
safe. But,
Yeah. So overall, would you guys do this trail again?
No.
it was fun, but I would not do it again.
I'm glad we did it.
I'm glad we did it
I'm
too.
glad we did it.
It's more of a one and done in my book. It was a fun experience, especially if you're going with a good group of people. But it's one of those trails that it's like, I did it once, probably won't do it again.
I would explore the Copper Harbor area
Yeah.
again, but
For me, I would say the start and the finish are the best parts.
that
Yeah.
last
Everything
part of
in
Wisconsin.
between was kind of
Yeah.
whatever. But
Yep. Northern Wisconsin was really cool.
Yep.
Like all the technical, rutted out areas. And then once you get to the very end, like the trails around here to get to this campsite, really awesome. But everything else in between was either pavement,
Meh.
dirt road, just
Well, you grew up in Beaverton. I mean, it was that for
yeah.
the majority of it.
That's
so.
true.
the part that I liked was just how remote we were for so much of the trip.
Yes. So
That's
that
in remote areas, no internet service.
Exactly.
No, none
that
of it.
first
10,
night.
10 cars total, maybe, that we passed on
Oh,
this trip.
all day.
Well, and that late,
all week. I mean, since
Well,
we-
and that's this.
not
it-
counting
we,
the freeway parts.
Well, we went into Houghton because
Yeah.
the trail goes through Houghton, so it's like, you know, you're gonna hit a bunch of traffic there. It's the college and whatnot is there, bigger town.
Saw a lot of people at Walmart.
We did stop at Walmart. Yeah, I mean, this trip did not go as, you know, according to plan, but at the end of the day, we still had a lot of fun. And as long as you're with a good group of people, I think you're gonna have fun regardless.
I agree.
Agree?
You got to be flexible on these things. We've never had a trip go to plan.
We never really planned
right?
them either. We just kind of go out on a whim. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll figure it out when we get there.
Luckily,
made a
we
lot of
downloaded
trips.
the app on this one because we normally
Yeah.
don't do that, and that was we would have been just flying blind. We would have been driving north,
Yep.
roughly where we thought it was.
We would have not been
Probably.
able to follow the trail at all. Yeah.
And this
We-
is not on a paper map.
We
for
drove
me,
the
so-
whole thing, we could say now.
Yeah, that's true.
Start to finish.
Yep.
Yeah, so like I said, we're coming to you guys from the northern part of Copper Harbor. We're out in the middle of the woods, right on Lake Superior. You could probably hear the waves crashing in the background. It's a beautiful sight. Great night. We had really awesome campsites all 3 nights so far. That first night we were right next to that river.
Yep.
Second night we were right next to, I think it was Echo Lake.
Echo Lake.
Yep.
A really nice swimming pool.
Great
And then-
thunderstorms.
Nice to have.
Oh yeah, we got soaked that second night. Just downpour rain. But overall, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a good trip.
Yep.
And we still got another night.
Yeah, we got one more night. We'll probably start heading south after this, but yeah. Not sure if I'm going to record any of that, but we'll see.
Might be the best part.
It could be. You guys have anything else to add?
We're going to see trains tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh yeah, we're going to hit the Joe Nichols trail on the way home, which has those trestle train bridges.
Yep. There
I
it
think
is.
that's what it is.
It's a mouthful.
Say that 5 times fast.
Yeah.
After
Maybe
a
that
couple
could be a-
shots of Fireball.
It's a
Maybe that could
mouthful,
be a
it's
separate
mouthful, it's a
video.
mouthful.
There you go.
That sounds good.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, well, I think we're going to cut this video off here. Thanks, everyone, so much for watching, and please subscribe and stay up to date with all of our latest adventures. We really appreciate the support.
I see smoke in the mirrors. I'm holding the key, one step away from salvation.